This short video will guide pupils and parents through the GCSE options process here at Bradford Girls Grammar School. My name is Rachael Howarth. I'm the Vice Principal of the school and I lead on curriculum development and teaching and learning. In addition to myself, Miss Webster, the Year Leader for Years 8 and 9, and Mrs Thorpe, who coordinates careers in the school, may also be good sources of advice or guidance throughout this process. Please contact any of us on the email addresses shown on the screen if you've got any issues, and we'll be happy to help you try to resolve them. The aim of this presentation is to provide you with more information about the transition to GCSE study, a basic and personalised offer open to pupils, making an informed choice, the timeline of events, and next steps. Firstly, some information about our approach to Key Stage 4 study. Our pupils achieve year-on-year strong academic outcomes, not just in the core subjects, but across the board, and this is linked to the expert subjects knowledge of our teaching staff. We recognise that if we want young people to aspire, succeed and lead, then we need to give them access to subject specialists. Following on from this, our ambition is to provide a broad and balanced curriculum, enabling students to continue to develop linguistic, mathematical, scientific, creative and technical skills during Key Stage 4. The Department for Education believes that the best way to achieve this is through the EBAC suite of qualifications, stating that those who leave school with GCSEs in English, Maths, Science, Geography or History and a modern foreign language will have the widest choice of options post-16. And as a school, we're committed to enabling all those pupils who wish to pursue this route to do so. However, we also acknowledge that this broadly academic diet is not right for everyone, and so we've developed a more flexible route for pupils who we think will benefit from it. In terms of the basic offer, all pupils will continue to study English, Maths and Science. They will continue to have PE lessons to make sure that they're developing healthy minds and bodies. New for 2022, all pupils will continue to study religious studies in Year 10. However, this is a non-examined course. PSHE lessons will take place more regularly than they have done for Key Stage 4 students in the past. So your daughters will continue to have 1 hour a week of PSHE lessons, and pupils have told us that this is really important to them. Also new for 2022, all our pupils will receive lessons in information and communication technology to ensure that their skills are up to date. They'll be able to explore career options and learn about their roles as citizens of the future. We do expect most pupils to take the EBAC route, but we are offering some pupils a wider choice of options around modern foreign languages and humanities. It is still possible for these pupils to choose EBAC subjects if they wish to do so. Once you've visited the options online site and seen the choices offered to your daughter, we'll be more than happy to discuss any concerns that you might have. In the first instance, please email me, Mrs Howarth, or if you've got any specific questions about dual award or separate sciences, then please email Miss Watson, who's the Head of Science. Her email address is shown at the top of the screen in brackets. Now some advice for our pupils about making an informed choice. Your choice can only be informed if it's informed by the views of other people and information. So we would advise you to get as many professional and family options as you can about your choices and to listen carefully to what they have to say. We advise you not to choose an option just because your friend has. This, in our experience, rarely works out. And we'd ask you to find out more about the new options open to you and not just choose them because they're new. Will they suit your strengths? For example, Business has a very high content of maths in year 11 relating to financial calculations. It's a very specific application of maths, and some people may find that a lot easier than some of the abstract concepts that they're studying in their maths lesson. So it's always worth having a conversation with the teacher about that to find out whether it would suit you. The BTEC qualifications are coursework based, and just like those examination based qualifications, coursework doesn't suit everybody. So again, have a conversation. And in terms of totally new options like Creative iMedia, please find out about what the content is of the course so you know exactly what it is that you're choosing before you start in September. We'd like you to review your current results of your assessments and base your choices on your strengths. High grades do matter, particularly for some courses such as medicine and dentistry at university level. So we do have to look away in the future. If you'd like to keep that option open to you, then you need to understand that admissions officers look at GCSE grades in addition to A levels, and they are looking for the highest grades across all GCSE studied, not just the science ones. So choosing options that you are good at is really important. Just with reference to science, pupils every year are disappointed by not being able to access separate sciences, even when it's not right for them. Thinking about what I've just said about the highest grades, it is much better to get 2 strong grades rather than 3 middle ones. And dual award science does not prevent anyone from accessing science A levels, because some schools don't even offer the separate sciences. So above all, we want you to try and aim for balance, to get a balance of different subjects, to provide you with a variety that keeps you engaged with your studies, but also provides future employers and education institutes with the information that they need to see that you're a well-rounded student who's had access to a broad and balanced curriculum. Now, the website where you've been able to access this video also includes a link to a handout which gives guidance on how to choose options. And this year we're using an electronic method called Options Online. All Year 9 pupils should have received an email invitation to join Options Online. If you haven't received that email, then you need to email our help desk as soon as possible, and they'll make sure that you get the invitation. Once you've received your invitation, you need to look for the link to the application on the home page when you log on to the school system. If you click on the link there and then follow the instructions on the handout you've been given, and email our help desk if you've got any technical issues. Their email is at the bottom of the screen. Now for the timeline. Most pupils attended the options afternoon, and thank you to the parents who also attended as well. We really enjoyed having you back in school. But if you've not been able to attend, you should have access to the options booklet. If you haven't got access to that, there is also a link in the same place as this video to that information so that you can find out about the information about each of the courses on offer. We're asking pupils now to gain that advice from everybody they know, who they live with and who they come to school with, and the subject leaders, the year leaders, or the careers coordinator at school, and then to make their initial choices by 5 o'clock on the 6th of April. So there's a couple of weeks in which to find out the information and decide. You don't have to decide straight away. Taking on board that things don't always go according to plan. If your daughter has made a mistake when submitting her choices, if she can email me straight away, we can reset her form and then she can choose again. However, if she submits her choices and then between now and September changes her mind, we're asking her to talk to her year leader. Because once we've got options set up, they will have upper limits. So it could be that an alternative choice for your daughter is full. And if that's the case, then we will have a conversation with you as parents and your daughter about what the best next steps are for her. Students will begin their GCSE studies on the 6th of September this year. And we also acknowledge that sometimes, despite gathering as much information as they can, sometimes when students start their courses, then they're not what they were expecting and they feel like they might need to change. So again, we're giving a deadline of the end of September. Pupils tend to know fairly quickly if they've made a mistake. And then we can have a look at whether it's possible to move to an alternative, of course, including you as parents in that decision. We need to check whether there's space again, and if there isn't an alternative, then we need to offer something else instead. We say the end of September 2022 because if you join much later than that, then you're always catching up, and it becomes difficult and puts stress on the students. So therefore, we're just giving you advance notice that if you want to make a change in September, you certainly can do that if it's possible, but we ask for a deadline of the 30th of September. So, next steps for pupils. Please discuss your thoughts with the people you live with and your wider family, consult staff, make your choices, contact the help desk, or remember the email addresses for other people who might be able to help you throughout this presentation, and get in touch if you need to. In terms of choices, just two final thoughts. We're asking everyone to make a reserved choice, and that's really important. Some subjects may not run if they don't have enough people who want to take it, and others may be over full. So it's really important that you choose a reserved choice that's something that you would like to study. So think carefully about that fourth choice, please. And if you would like to choose music or drama, if you've chosen one of those, but really you'd like to study both, could you email me, please? And we may have a look at offering an alternative dependent upon the numbers involved. So that's really important for you to understand. Well, thank you for your time. I hope this has given you the information that you need in order to make choices or to support your children in making the choices. Please get in touch if you need to. Thank you very much.